Look like it's snowing, man. See me on the highway, they calling me the fly jack. Then they see me dancing by that, they call me the fly jack. See me when I drive, but they calling me the drive swing. And I got a swing, man, it's Texas, it's the drive through. Damn, I'ma do my thing. And I'm gonna smoke that good. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's Monday, NBA Talk with Jay. It's Monday, so I believe there's the GOAT coming on, the sports betting legend coming on here with us. I believe he goes by the name of Rob Veno here. We got our guy Rob with us. What's up with you, Mr. Veno? Everything cool with you?
Everything is good today, Jay. Another Monday, another week started here. Look at these NBA playoffs on this show, and we'll look elsewhere, other sports for other cash as well. But I think the prime reason we're here is to get some cash tonight.
Facts. That's a fact, man. It's all about tonight, man. So appreciate you for coming on with me, Rob, every single Monday. I know you was on last week. You came on Friday, man. So quick turnaround here for our guy, Rob. But we got two games today. We're going to go over them, trying to get to some cash for you guys. I'm in this one, guys. We got some lines moving, some moving up, down, all that good stuff, Rob. But what do you say? Let's go ahead and get into business here, right? It's no real reason of wasting the people's time. Two games today. We're going to go over them, then recap the plays at the end, my guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Miami, guys. We do have the Heat laying 4.5 points at the house versus the New York Knickerbockers here, getting 4.5 on the road. Man, I hate both of these teams, Rob. I don't want to go anywhere near this game. I must say, if I'm betting it, I probably have to take Heat minus 4.5. I mean, I would like to say that the Knicks still have a chance in this series, but I mean, the offense is just being absolutely suffocated. I just can't stand this team because it's crazy. Because you bet against them versus the Cavs, Rob, then they look like world beaters. They look like they finna win the Eastern Conference Championship. Now versus the Heat, a team that struggled all season, now they got the Heat looking like, you know what I'm saying? Good Lord, like the damn Golden State Warriors, man. So it's just, I'm so done with this series, man. I must say, if I'm playing this game for, I could only look towards Heat minus 4.5. How you looking at this game, Rob? This total been trickling up as well. You think we might get an over here?
It's possible, Jay, because I would say the shooting can't get worse, but it's the Knicks in Miami. But Saturday's game was terrible, right? The Knicks are 34% from the field, and Miami wins the game shooting 39% from the field. So those numbers have to come up. Miami, for what it's worth, has been undervalued total-wise where the over is concerned for a long time now, a couple of months now. And the other day, even as bad as they shot, their team total was 107, and they had 87 at the end of three. A 21-point fourth quarter gets you home with the over ticket. I could be sour grapes on my part, but I held one. And then I shredded that one. It looked like it was going to be really good, but that 18-point fourth quarter, kind of the graveyard where that team total went to die. The Knicks only put up 16 in that quarter. I don't know, Jay. I like bounce back spots, but you could make a case for both of these to bounce back. Even though Miami won, they didn't play offense very well. They played it much better throughout the Milwaukee series, really throughout this series. Even the game minus Jimmy, they still got a 105 in that contest. So to say that they can't make it to 106 is kind of tough here. They probably can with a couple extra shots being made. I know that in the playoffs, the deeper we get in, the more the defenses know exactly what you're going to run. And defense, generally the scores tighten up. Not the case in every series, but in this one, it looked that way the other day. It was reminiscent of kind of one of those 90s matchups. If it's me, I always like to choose the cornered team. That would be the Knicks plus points when I can make a case for both sides. But I'm not going to get near the side here, Jay. What I will say is that I do think for those watching that might be invested in total or team total here, I couldn't talk you off either one of these two team totals. I think you can get a game that goes 107, 102 tonight. I think you will see a little better three-point shooting than as I calculate here real quick on the fly, Jay, 8 of 40 by the New York Knicks. 8 of 40, come on. It's got to be a little bit better than that. So that's the way I'm looking. Either Miami team total over the 106, either the Knick total over the 101.5, maybe a game total. But I am a little bit scared of the full game total simply because possessions shorten up. Or excuse me, they lengthen at the end of games when it's close. So No definitive stuff here, Jay, other than I'm going to choose one of these two team totals.
No, that's a fact there. Yeah, I'd like to hop on the over here as well, man. Obviously, I mean, the Knicks would have to shoot a whole lot better for it to go over in this one, man. It's just super tough series for me to figure out, man. It's kind of like when these teams you bet on them, then they play horrible. Then you bet against them, right? It's like you know what I'm saying. I take the Heat today, and then these motherfuckers will lose outright, man. So I'm off this game. But watching these games, I must say, man, it's hard for me to believe that the Knicks can come back and win this series. It's not been pretty. I feel like they did a lot better than that in game 3. They went out there and got smoked by 19 points. I mean, it was a close game early. Jimmy Butler went out the game, and then they're up 18. I'm just like, oh, you just can't do that. You see what I'm saying? So maybe even keep the game within 10, but to get blown out in that spot, it tells me everything I need to know about the Knicks. Screw this team, man. I hope the Heat blow their ass out tonight. I hope they lose this series for me. Obviously, I mean, I still need Knicks plus 1.5 for the series, guys. Keeping honest with you, but it is not looking good. I guess if you are on there with me, if you'd like to hedge out, you can take the Heat here. Obviously, if the Heat win this game, there's no shot that the Knicks cover that plus 1.5 here. But it's just like I say, watching these games, I could only look towards the Heat tonight. I'm not betting it, but if I'm betting this game, I'd be looking towards the Heat, and I'd still be looking towards the over. I know our guy Frank in the chat says under is 5-0 in Knicks' last 5 road games, but I do feel like this is a super low total. You look at the reps in this game, it seems like at least one of these games, they want it to be an entertaining, high-flying type of game, and I think this could be the one. If you're the Knicks, you probably want to try to push the pace a little bit more as well, man, but who knows? I mean, Tibbs is just getting he's getting out coached in this series here, Rob. So what do you think? Would you lean towards the full game over? Or you just try to pick one of these team totals to go try to figure out who's going to go over as far as team total?
Yeah, if they both go over, Jay, the game has to go over, right? So mathematically, if you like them both, you should be sitting there with a game total. I say this from a props perspective, real quick here, player prop. The one guy who's gone unnoticed and has covered his PRA 3 games straight here in the series is Josh Hart. Josh Hart has been big in all 3 categories, points, rebounds, and assists. I've got him with 29, 34, and 23, and they list him so low. They list him at like 20 and a half. It's simply because they pile on where Randall and Brunson are concerned and make those PRAs so high that somebody like Josh Hart, who's doing all the dirty work, goes over his total real easy. So if you're playing player props, you might want to look Josh Hart's way. For me, like I say, it's going to be some form of over, if not more than one form of over. I think the most consistent one, Jay, has been Miami. 15 straight games now, 15 straight games scoring 101 or better. And a lot of those are better than 106 as well. So again, if we're in this business to bet against numbers, and the odds makers just never change Miami totals, whether they're scoring or not. The perception of Miami is just what we saw the other day, 105-86. That's the perception of Miami. And it hasn't been true for about 2 months now. So maybe we get a little bounce back here, a little more scoring.
No, that's a good point there. Yeah, I'm leaning towards over. It was at 207.5 this morning. Guards start to get hit by some sharp money in this one, man. So seeing 208.5 out there, I mean, it's a lot of 208s, but this line was at 207.5 this morning. I see it. I see it start to get popped. So it looks like the over is getting some sharp action in this game, guys. Our guy in the chat, like in Josh Hart rebound assist over as well. Rob says great minds think alike. So if I'm betting this game, man, it pains me to say it, but I can only look towards Heat minus 4.5. I'm not betting it. Obviously, I'd still like for the Knicks to pull out a win. I just can't see it happen. Like if I'm a betting, you can't bet with your heart. You see what I'm saying? I want the Knicks to win. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna bet them just because I want them to win. You gotta actually, hey, can they win this game? So if I'm betting it, it's actually Heat or nothing for me. But I am passing on it. But I think the over could be a really nice, sharp call in this game here, guys. So did not talk you off. And I guess if you liked one of them, if you do like the Heat, then taking their team total over is definitely not a bad look as well. If the Knicks get downhill, they might just start to give up defensively. They often in Miami, you never know what the hell happened over there as well, guys. But let's get to the next game in this one, Rob. Let's go over here to the streets of LA in this one, man. I'll tell you, this Lakers team absolutely loves me. Not sure if I want to bet them tonight, Rob, but this team, I'm telling you, there's no team that's taking care of me, taking care of us this year, like the Lakers. It seems like every single time I bet on them, they win for me, man. I have to go get a jersey, man. I absolutely have to buy some Kobe's. I got to do something, man. But Lakers are laying 3 here at the house versus the Golden State Warriors. Pivotal game for obviously Lakers are up 2-1. They could take a real stronghold on this series here, Rob, if they win tonight, go 3-1. If you let the Warriors win this game, give them some confidence, then they have the home court advantage again. I feel like if the Lakers gonna win this series, you got to win this tonight. Sharp money's coming in on the Warriors. It's coming down from 3 to 2.5 at books right now, guys. So Warriors have been getting pounded. I've been seeing them from yesterday up to today. A lot of people liking the Warriors here today. Rob, are you one of those people?
Well, again, I just talked a bunch about bounce back where shooting is concerned in the other game. And if you're going to talk like that about that game, I think you have to talk like that about this game. The Warriors were not a good shooting team the other night, right? After game 2, Jay, they got it figured out. J. Michael Green in the starting lineup, stretcher. Game to game, it's different. You just can't trust what happens the game before. And logically, things do regress back to what's normal. And I think what's normal here is for Golden State, which had made 21. What was it? It's 21 and 21 back-to-back 21 three-pointers, and then come up and shoot lame under 30% in game 3. You can't expect that out of Golden State here. Here's what I think the series is, what the series is. Golden State has to run and be an open floor to beat the Lakers. No question about it. Lakers get them into a half-court battle. You saw what happened. They get murdered. The 2 games where Anthony Davis has been ultra-effective are the 2 Laker wins. And the one in the middle was the Anthony Davis disappearance, where Golden State, they thought they had something solved defensively. So I think this game probably gets a little bit high scoring. I don't expect AD to disappear here tonight. So if I think Golden State's going to get theirs, then the Lakers probably, and if AD plays well, Lakers probably get theirs as well. I just would rather put my eggs in the Warrior basket here for a couple of reasons. A, I do trust them to shoot better here tonight. I trust Steph in a road effort. We saw when they really needed him in the Sacramento series. Here he comes with 50 points. I trust him to get them going here tonight. And Klay Thompson should bounce back as well. The other thing I think is that the Lakers at home are really looking to get up 3-1 here. They don't want to go back. So a side perspective, you might want to look Lakers. But where Golden State road is concerned all year long, we know they've been lousy road team. They did straighten that out a little bit against Sacramento. I don't know that I trust them to straighten it out here as much as the money is suggesting that's been bet on the Warriors. But I do know they play higher scoring games on the road because the defense doesn't show up. And when the offense plays, games get up and over the total. So I'm going to try Golden State. Shouldn't say I'm going to try. I did try. Over 12.5, 112.5. Bet it already. I think Golden State comes back and we get a really good game. Both sides score, and we'll see who gets to the finish line. I just don't trust Golden State road enough, Jay. I shouldn't.
Face.
I think the other side of that coin is you would say it's a veteran team that's won a championship. Why don't you trust them? But they haven't shown me enough to trust them, right? And I think the Lakers have that mentality right now as well. Side, I can't give any advice. Total, I think Golden State team total gets at least to 113 tonight.
Couldn't talk you off of that. I like what my guy Anthony said in the chat. AD has to put 2 games together there, man. He has not done it back to back. It's been on, off. So if you want the Lakers tonight, you're going to need top tier AD. You're going to need an interested Anthony Davis. I'm not so sure what I get from these guys, man. I'll be honest. I'm not so sure what the script is. This is the script, in my opinion. If the Lakers are going to win this series, which I think they do, I think you have to win tonight, because if you lose tonight, then you're playing with fire. Now you'll be possibly looking at a game 7 in Golden State, which is very possible. With the NBA won a 7-game series here and won all the ratings in the world. It's very possible. But I'll be honest, I knew the last game for sure. I knew that was Lakers spot. Like I was hit, you know what I'm saying? I was very confident in it. This one, not so sure. I'll be honest, like all my sharp guys, once again, they're back in the Warriors here. I'm not taking them on the road. I still lean Lakers here. I'll be honest, I would be surprised if the Lakers lost this game. I believe you can get money line at -140 for the Lakers here. I think if they're going to win this series, you have to win this game, in my opinion, man. So personally, I think LeBron will get past Curry in this series. I think this is a game where they have to win, but I'll be honest with you again. this could be a great live betting game because I could see the Warriors coming out with some just like they did in game 3. And then kind of because this is what I read about the Warriors players. This is from their beat writers. When the foul calls and the game is going to go how it's reffed, right? I mean, it sounds cliche, but that's how the game's going to go. If the Lakers are getting their foul calls and get to the line, they're going to win this game comfortably. Now, even if it's called a little bit even, or it could be called for the Warriors in this one, you see what I'm saying? It's very possible. But some tells me that the Warriors probably come out here with some in the first quarter, maybe even first half as well, and then the LA gives their best shot in the second half. So I feel like if you like the Lakers, you could possibly get a better line in game. I do see them kind of coming out a little bit slow. Obviously, the Warriors are the team that need to react, right? After coming off their loss, they're the team that's in the bounce back. I feel like you could get a better line. You might be able to find plus money with the Lakers in game. That's just what I feel. I see the Warriors coming out with something, but Lakers, when it's all said and done, coming out with the win in this one, guys. I didn't bet the game. I'm not betting against. First off, I'm not taking the Warriors on the road. I don't think it might not just be that simple, Rob, but I'm not trusting them here versus a formidable NBA team with size, with depth. Remember, role players play a lot better at the house, and role players don't play the same on the road as well for the Warriors here. So I can only look towards the Lakers here on the money line. To be perfectly honest with you, I do think you can get a better line in game. But if I had one top spot tonight, man, I don't give a damn what my sharp guys are on. I'd still take the Lakers -2.5, -3, guys. No thoughts on the total for me. Obviously, you're gonna need AD. Might watch this game, watch a few minutes to see what's going down, see if he's interested. But I feel like the Lakers go in this series, which I do. I think this is a must-win game for him tonight here, Rob. So heavy lean to the Lakers, -3 money line, whatever. But I do think you could possibly get a better line in game. Any other props or anything else on this one, Rob? I know you like Warriors team total over.
Well, let me ask you, Jay, is it time now to bring in the fact that Scott Foster is the lead official in this game? I mean, do we get a series extension because that's what he's known for?
Facts.
Or do we get a home team cover? Because, and somebody in your chat probably has these numbers, but Scott Foster's against the spread numbers to the home team this year are tremendously in favor of the home team. So one side of you says Scott Foster, go bet the home team Lakers. The other side of you says Scott Foster, bet the series extension and bet the Warriors. This guy's got us stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't know.
No, that's the fact. Now I see him. I'll be honest. I don't always like to mention it. You know what I'm saying? Who's reffing? Sometimes, a lot of times it'll matter. Sometimes it won't. But trust me, bro. Like I already knew who was reffing in this game. I know who's reffing in the other game as well. Like I'll tell you this: Zach Zarba is one of those guys as well. If I'm not mistaken, when I looked on that list from the documentary and shit, I think Zach Zarba is down with those boys as well, man. So hopefully he can have a Knicks whistle. You know what I'm saying in his pocket tonight, right, man. Hopefully. Right. Knicks get some foul calls, but I'll be honest. I think if I had to bet one, I think Foster is in there to help LA. I think that we've seen it all season, the narratives for the LA Lakers. We've seen the free throw discrepancies. It just feels like they want LeBron to look good this year, or not say go out in style because it's not his last year, but it just feels like they want LeBron to look good. It feels like they want the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals this year. And I mean, I'm not getting off of the horse. So I'm saying, Lakers, I can only look towards the Lakers here. I think they can win tonight, go a 3-1. Warriors will obviously win game 5, and then Lakers in 6. I said it before the series, Rob, that I think this series will play exactly how the Grizzlies did. That it's been that way so far, right? They came away. I mean, they didn't smack them in the first quarter like they did, but still, if they win tonight, it'll be the exact same play out that they did in the Grizzlies. Warriors will win game 5 comfortably. Lakers, they know that they'll come back home and win game 6. So I can only look towards Lakers here, guys. So I'm betting some today. Top spot would be Lakers on the money line. You can find 2.5. There's 3s out there. Money line is -140. That would be my top spot in this one, guys. But I do think the Warriors come out with some possibly in the first quarter. If this one, guys, can only look towards the Lake Show. This team freaking loves me, Rob. That's 2 games though. It's time to get out of here, my brother. Hey, I appreciate everybody for the info, all that good stuff in the chat. See what I'm saying? But they say, can you shout out Marco D'Angelo? Yeah, he'll be on the show. I believe Friday, my guys. But we got our guy Rob on the show today. Rob, let him know it's $9 Monday over there at Wager Talk, my brother. What do you got going over for us at Wager Talk, Rob? And what's your best bet for today on the card?
Yeah, so let's just say that every Monday over at Wager Talk is $9 Mondays. So if ever you felt like you wanted to try out a selection package from any of the handicappers over there, including myself, $9 Mondays. The reason why they do it is to give you a shot to just jump in and see. Maybe if I've been following somebody, like somebody here has been following Marco, you want to get Marco for $9 today over there, wagertalk.com. If you like information like what Jay puts out for you every single day here on video, then just go over to Wager Talk and drop your email address, and you'll get instant access to all the written and video content provided by Wager Talk each and every day. Maybe you like other sports, NHL, MLB, horse racing, golf. I mean, they cover it all over there. So you can get all that information for free by just dropping your email address at wagertalk.com. For the show, Jay, today, I'm going to stick to my guns and say I think Golden State gets to 113 tonight. I think they'll shoot better. Whether they win or lose, I'm not so sure. Like you say, we don't know the script. Maybe the script is for the networks and everybody to get 7 games and milk this series so they get good ratings, right? But I do think we'll get scoring here, a little entertaining. I know you mentioned earlier you think one of these games should be entertaining tonight, and maybe this is the one. I'm going to try Golden State over 112.5 and a bounce back offensive effort.
I could not talk you off, man. I could see both of these games going over, to be honest with you, man. So I do think there's time for some overs to come through. Obviously, the favors have been cashing like crazy, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I do think there's probably some dogs due to come through. But I'll be honest, man. I didn't bet anything today, guys. Stress level. I need my stress levels low right now, man. But I'll give you my looks. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm betting the game or not, I'll tell you what I'm looking at. It pains me to say it, but if I'm betting the Heat versus Knicks, I must say the Heat have been playing far and above. If I'm betting that game, I'm only looking at Heat minus 4.5. I'd like to take the Knicks. I want the Knicks to win, but I just want people to understand it. Just because you want a team to win, or you're a fan of a team, or it's like, oh, I really want them to win, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to bet it. So obviously, I'd love to see the Knicks win this game, but if I'm betting it with my money, I could only look towards the Heat. I do lean to the over in that game as well, over to 208. I do think we see one entertaining back and forth type of game, high scoring game in the Heat versus Knicks. And then at the Lakers game late, man, I know everybody's on the Warriors. My sharp guys are on the Warriors as well. If I'm betting it, guys, I'm still riding with the Lake Show at the house in this one on the money line. I think they win this one, lose game 6, game 5 at the house. I mean, at Golden State, then come back and win game 6. I see it going out just like the Grizzlies series. That's just how I see it, guys. So I would not bet against the Lakers at the house tonight. I think there's agendas. I think that they've been filling the agendas, you know what I'm saying? And it's going as planned right now. I think the Lakers are supposed to win this series. This is a huge game for them to win it tonight, guys. Obviously, it could go to 7, but I can only look towards Lakers in this one. But I'll be honest, I do think the Warriors come out and throw the first punch. So you might be able to get plus money, just like you did in game 3 as well. Warriors came out with the first punch. You could have got Lakers like plus 150 on the money line, even though they end up blowing them out by 30, guys. So that's how I'm looking at the show. If I'm betting something today, I lean towards Heat, lean towards the over 208 in that game, and I lean towards the Lakers on the money line, guys. That's the show, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. See what I'm saying? That's our guy, Rob Veno. He's here with us every Monday. Go check him out on Twitter at Rob Veno Sports. He's liking Warriors team total over 112.5. So everybody in the chat is liking the Warriors. Hey, you could just take that team total over as well, but hey, they could win the game. I didn't bet it. Best of luck with all your bets today, my guys. We will be back tomorrow live every single day at 1 p.m. Eastern. Hit the like button if you like the show. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends, family, guys at the sportsbook about the show as well. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Have a great day, great week, all that good stuff, my guys. We out. Let's go.